them mother cry. Old enough to say no lullabies. Always living life in black and white. Find the vision from the colored lights. Spirited, but are you spiritual? Found you look at me, that's a miracle. Then I go make mistakes, that's pitiful. Then I go make mistakes, that's typical. Let me know, let me know. I will go, I will go. All I know. Visions of me in a row. Keep on working, I'm on phone. Close case closed. Easy didn't wanna know. Heard you go was at my show. See me nothing I know. When I got it for the love.
Hey guys, this is Shin and Mummy.
And you're locked into my channel, which is called Lipstalk. It's an acronym for Let's Individually Personalize Situations. I would like to start off by giving you a little back story on me. I have 3 beautiful, amazing children, and I'm definitely proud to wear the Mummy Badge of Honor.
Okay.
That is my title that I will not put down for nothing. Most greatest achievement ever. Having my beautiful beings come into this world and grace me with their beautiful presence and energetic souls. Any parent that you may know could tell you that there's trying times.
They are trying times.
Ahead of any parent, but like literally couldn't wish for more. They are smart. They are beautiful.
Women hate to see their mother cry. Old enough to say no lullabies. Always living life in black and
And they know how to articulate themselves. Let me put it that way.
My name's called Mama. And my name is Nini. This is my little brother, Kai. This is my little brother, Kai.
I've got my hands full and it's full of abundance.
Can't lie to you.
My life is full of abundance and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for every aspect of it.
Can't lie to you.
But anywho, let me just share with you before I really delve into me as a personality. I like to let you know that every single day, without fail, I say what I call a rising mantra, because when you get up in the morning, you rise up out of your bed. Just like the sun comes up, you rise and come up too. So what I say with my children every day, it is,
I love my healthy self. I love my healthy family. And I'm excited for all of the unforeseen and unexpected abundance that will flow to me like the ocean. It will show itself to me as synchronicities that will play out throughout the day within its divine grace. I will look for as many synchronicities so that I can give them gratitude, as noticing the synchronicity will help to align more abundance to my consciousness. The more I pay attention to the things that align, the more synchronicities that will appear to me. My vision is clear within the day as it is within the night. I radiate love, and everyone around me is like a mirror that reflects it back to me.
now, do not quote me word for word, but I'll definitely put a screenshot of what the correct mantra is that we repeat every day.
that's a miracle. Then I go make mistakes, that's pitiful. Then I go make mistakes, that's typical. Let me know.
It's working. It works for me. It works for them. And I'm just so grateful that I've adapted these new handy tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks, yeah? Popping Nana here. I don't know why I've just busted into that, but I don't know. These tips and tricks, man. Yeah, just let it rain. Let these tips and tricks just rain on you and give you that abundant life, okay?
Right, I'm going to do a swill.
Let's get comfortable.
Let's get into this thing here. So I do that every day because I just recognize all of the positive signs that come from being in a positive mindset from as soon as you rise. If you do that within the first 10 minutes of your waking self, no, I don't wear makeup and I have no intention of, if I got shiny face, deal with it. Deal with me. If you don't like my shiny face and you still want to listen to this video,
Put it in headphones, close your eyes, fam. That's what's gonna have to happen.
anyway, moving on. I do this. If you do this within the first 10 minutes, you're still in the 2 different states of frequency. You're basically coming out of your sleep state and coming into your waking reality. So within that, you have, a gap, a 10-minute window where you're still able to bring forth more of your dream abilities in your waking life, because you are still in that dream state. So the more you speak these things into what is your actual waking life, these things become more apparent, within your existence and in your experience, okay? So just enjoy that. Try it, give it 30 days before you say
that don't work.
And if you're not going to do it, and try and give it, you know, that part of you that is just going to give it a go and actually try it. Don't try it at all because it's not for you. But anywho, that's a tool we use and it works for us. And abundance, which I use as the presence of lack, is not there. It doesn't exist in the word abundance. So the fact that you say abundance of love, abundance of money, abundance of happiness, whatever it is, it's just free of lack. Let's just say that, okay? So anyway, this is the mantra I say with them every day. Try it for yourself and see what you can gain out of that, because I'm telling you now, my momentum of happiness is just constantly speeding up and I'm grateful for it. So I just want you to get from these sessions with me that there is a lot of things that we experience and it's just life. But life is such a beautiful thing and we take it for granted because we're taught silly sayings like good things comes to those who wait, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. What's another one? There's a few that I just don't resonate with, especially now more than ever, because I feel like they're just damaging statements. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I feel like that just stops you from growing. It stops you from thinking of ideas that can bring you into the future, because if something is not broken, you will allow that to stay present in your reality until what? It's broken? When do you see something is broken? Maybe you've just grown past that thing, whatever it is. Person, object, experience, maybe you've grown past it. So don't tell yourself these damaging statements. Good things come to those who wait. Wait for what exactly? Like, I believe that we are given every tool we need to be successful. It's just how we use these tools. I've seen something once that somebody said, like, people will pray for God to bring them a cake, but when they are presented with all the ingredients in which to bake a cake, they are still confused as to what to do with these tools. So like I said, I believe I have everything I need to be successful. I just want to be
Successful, you know.
Anyway, and if you want to be successful, get up off your ass and just get on with it. Do it the best way you know how, until you find yourself at these crossroads and these bridges where you will meet up with these people and things and situations that will show you that you are deeper than you could imagine. So just get on with it. That's all my point is. Get on with it. Don't wait for anything. Don't just pray. When you're praying, you need to pray for yourself. You need to pray for yourself to be able to pick up yourself every day and have that strength and ability to become great. You don't need to say, well, I need a car and I want it now, so can you just provide that? Because like, it gets to a point in our life where if you're a child and you ask your parent,
Can I have my dinner? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have the other?
They are so happy to provide these things for you because that is their job at that time of your life, and they need to be
bringing forth the goods, man.
Showing you the real, giving you
The din-dins and all them things.
But you know, when you get past a certain age and you can actually help out, do a little chores here, relieve a bit of stress there, do you think you should just be able to ask for something and receive it? So what makes you think that, you know, source energy, when I say source energy, from where we all came from, how can you just expect to just be given? I'm not saying that you don't deserve it, but what are you doing to put yourself in the right place to experience in what you are asking for? So just think about that next time you want to pray for something. What are you doing to put yourself in the position to receive this prayer? That's it. If we don't actively seek out problematic things that we use as everyday tools we've been taught, if we don't go and actively seek them out, they'll just constantly, you know, be coming up in our life situations, and we won't really know anything different because we're not choosing to, you know, view it from a side perspective or head on or over top. We're not going anywhere different. We're just doing
the same old, same old.
So anyway, I am a person where I am more interested in meeting like-minded people.
I don't know, I was thinking about a butterfly when I did that. Yeah.
Don't mind me. Sometimes I'll just tell you what my chain of thought is at the time. I always say chain, but I forget if it's train or chain. It must be train of thought because the train moves, and if you move past the actual thought at the time, then obviously. Anyway, I'm just gas talking at the minute. Anyway, we have to actively seek out these things and try and figure out what doesn't serve us, because everything is for a reason and everything is for a season. And if you don't go and look about the truth that resonates with you, resonate to me means sits nicely like a puzzle piece. I feel like the puzzle piece has to be exactly the right size, definitely the right shade of colour, and it has to fit the picture and sit right. And that's what resonance means to me. Well, resonating anyway. We have to do that. If we do that for ourselves, we will find ourselves coming to a lot more
Eureka moments.
and a lot more of those pleasurable, lovely moments where we're just like, yeah, nail on the head. I feel that.
Goosebumps and all of that.
Yeah. So the thing that I feel like I need to touch on today on my first episode, yeah. Shout out to EXO the artist for the beautiful intro that I've got. His song's called A. That's my brother, that's my youngest brother, and he is legendary. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you know, you know. Go search him. He's doing bits and I'm proud of him. And also want to shout out
Abenzi. Yeah.
People can
Say Abenzi.
Abenzi, whatever.
whatever makes you feel good. Just say that. That's my older brother and he's doing bits. He's in the works. You just know Abenzi clothing, pro sports, and Abenzi music. Get to know. Sorry, just doing a mummy pause. It's them times of the nights when the bambinos are sleeping. Gotta keep an eye out. But yeah, it stopped for now, so I'm gonna continue. See, just totally forgot where I was coming from. But yeah, I was doing my shout outs and I appreciate my family because it's always all love and always rising and bringing that new energy that's just gonna make an evolution. Evolution is important. So this first episode, I need to touch on energy because energy is a big deal, yeah? My energy is very vibrant and it's just, more time it's happy. I'm the smiley type. I'm the one that likes to smile for no reason. Walking down the street, I can just smile. People probably think I'm crazy.
I'll enjoy being crazy.
Because it makes me happy. I feel them endorphins just raising up inside me when it's time for me to just smile and just... There's not a lot of smiles out there that are being offered for free. It's kind of like you have to
Lasso them bad boys in.
with these people nowadays, but I'm not out there to get back. I just give out that energy. It's just free. It is what it is. But if you don't protect your energy and think about all of the things that affect your energy, you are potentially just burning out unnecessary energy that you could reserve for a rainy day, for when you really need to have that hard-hitting, experience and be able to overcome it. Yeah, so this first episode, you have to think about these damaging statements that we say, which is good things come to those who wait, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That just really winds me up. Let me put it this way. If your cup is full to the brim, how dare you ask for more to put into that cup? It's just going to overflow. So at some point you need to let out what you have within your cup and let that go to put to a better use. Recycle it. Give it to someone else that needs it. But definitely don't keep it for yourself, knowing that you want to evolve into something else. You need to expand and get rid of some to put in new. Do you get what I mean? What are you going to do? You get one house, you fill it up with stuff, literally full to the brim.
Can't move.
What are you going to do then? Buy another house so you can fill that up to the brim? No, you're not. You've got to replace the things within the yard to make it just be what you want it to be. So let's be real. Let's remove some of these damaging statements and like, no pain, no gain. That's it. Yeah, okay, you can gain without you making out that pain. Pain to me is unnecessary. An unnecessary feeling. Like, I feel ill and I feel not well. I feel the pain of not being well. You don't want to feel the pain. It's just, you know, something that comes along with being unwell. Whereas if you go to the gym to, I don't like the word lose weight anymore. But if you go to the gym to release weight, because when you lose something, you go looking for it, because that's what lost means. Something you're going to actively seek out at a later date or now, because you're missing it. So I don't like to use the word lose weight anymore. I like to release weight, just like Free Willy. Bye. See you. Enjoy your life. It was nice to know you. That kind of thing. So yeah, I think that it's important for us to remember these things when we're talking about energy, because when you think of all of those statements that just don't sit right, because you're thinking to yourself, you've got to go through pain to gain this thing, you've got to feel something negative. Well, you have to feel something that's not what you prefer, but in order to gain something. That's not necessarily how I want to resonate. That's not what I really want to say is my reality. What I want to say is my reality is, if I want something, I'm going to go get it. The cost of it is being determined to keep a promise to myself. That's what that is. And if the promise to myself means that, you know, I'm going to make sure that I pull them weights, I do that session, whatever it is, that's not painful to me, because the idea is that eventually, after keeping that promise to myself, I'm going to be achieving these goals. I'm going to win. I'm going to hit targets. So yeah, let's be very mindful of the things that we say. Hence why I do a rising mantra and I make them do it every day, because it's helped them to be more positive and to be more vigilant for synchronicities in their day. And when I say synchronicities, I see a lot of double numbers, what people call angel numbers. I see them all the time, 1111, and even see mirrored numbers, which is like 1441 and stuff like that. My youngest comes to me sometimes
Like, good news, Mum, it's 12:12.
and I think that's so adorable, like literally.
Eat him up.
Yeah, but anywho, I didn't want to say eat him up. See, that's another thing. These weird things. I'm a vegan. I don't even eat meat, don't even eat dairy, don't eat egg. So I know it sounds weird, like,
Oh, you're just saying something.
but no, I don't even want to. I might just even cut you out, like literally. I don't want to think of that, because I've heard it before and it sounds cute, but it's just really not if you really think about it. I want to eat it. I just want
A kiss on all over your cheeks.
be careful who you give your energy to, because another acronym for you will be friend. I'm only going to say friend with this acronym when I'm associating it to an energy vampire, because an energy vampire to me is someone who takes from you. But yeah, the acronym for that is fear residing internally, eventually navigating destruction. Yeah, that's my acronym for that. That's what an energy vampire, the idea of it is to me. So let that, you know, simmer in for a bit, because there's people out there that want to be your friend, enjoy being your friend, but it's at the cost of you losing yourself a bit. You have to give away a bit of yourself for them to feel more of what they want to feel, which is less numb, less of the feelings they feel regularly. But
I'm not your mum, fam.
I'm not trying to, you know, soothe them numbing pains. Like, fam, it's not my job. I don't mind giving my energies to my friends, but I like to know that it's on the basis of, I give to you what I want you to take. And unless we've made an agreement on any additional, you know,
extracurricular activity when it comes to energy taking, yeah,
then I don't see why you're, you know, putting me forward for the role. I didn't volunteer and I didn't want to sign up, so don't know. So yeah, there's lots of signs that you can see if you know or experience an energy vampire as a friend, yeah. And those signs are repeatedly having to explain to them the same things when they know what your answer is going to be, because you're not going to stray off the point, are you? You always want to get to the point. No matter how many different ways you spin this story is going to have the same ending, and that's the point that you're trying to get to with them. Another thing is, if you don't make a lot of time for yourself, but you make an abundance of time for them, for you just to be present for them, and that might be they must take you for an
ornament piece and just put you there and enjoy looking at you,
or whatever the thing is. If somebody doesn't put the same amount of energy into you as you put into them, you need to check that. You really do. It's like, it's not a joke, it's a real thing. It's nice to give energy, especially if you're the life and soul of the party and you're the jolly one and stuff. That's great. However, some people will just enjoy taking that and they don't give nothing back from it. And if you can't just love me for the energy that I am and I resonate in all the time, then believe me, I'm not going to let you just make a use for me, because that use that you make for me might not necessarily be the use that I would like to be used for. So I'm not going to be used, and you shouldn't be used either. Also, notice things like when you give time and effort and you just don't feel it's reciprocated. That's another indication that somebody will happily take from you and don't care about giving back. You don't get into a situation with a friend thinking that giving is to receive. That's not what I'm saying, but you have to reap what you sow. The energy you give out in this world, you have to expect for equal and opposite reactions. Oh, that's my bambina. Oh, okay, give me a second.
1 minute, sausage, are you okay? Yeah? Give me 1 minute, honey, I'm coming, okay?
Sometimes when you drop them 1 minute bars, they'll just wait because they're tired. They will fall asleep within that 1 minute. The last thing I want to do is go in there and wake him up fully. But if he hollers me back in 1 minute...
That didn't work.
Yeah, sorry, back to signs. I don't remember what sign I was on, but there's numerous signs that somebody is just taking the living, you know what I mean, out of you. So yeah, equal and opposite, that's what I was saying. You reap what you sow. If you are a kind-hearted, loving person, be around people who want to appreciate it, because they do the same thing. They love as hard as you. They give as hard as you. And when it's time for them to be down, they've got you, holding you up. When they're down, you're holding them up. Like, it's just that type of reciprocation. It is necessary. So, I don't know. Sometimes we recognize certain traits in people and we think, oh, I recognize that. But recognition does not mean that that thing was a good idea. You have to recognize and also pinpoint a situation in which that recognition applies to. Because if you put the pinpoint of recognition to a situation, you then come to an informed decision if that recognition is useful or if it's just something you recognize. You could recognize a pigeon, but if you got an amnesia and after you bumped your head, would you see a pigeon and think, oh, I recognize it, and start jamming with pigeons all day? No, you wouldn't do that. You'd want to get that cloud out of your head where it's just like, I just recognize it. Don't know why I recognize it, but I just recognize it, because that's what people do. They're drawn to the old patterns. So look out for these things. It's really important. Also, you have a field of energy around you. It's called your aura. And I just think that's your it's basically all of your space around you,
Your personal space.
yeah. When people are talking about social distancing, we should have been respecting, especially people we don't know, personal space from a long time ago. It shouldn't be something new just now. Like literally, like it should have been just a given. But anywho, seeing as common sense nowadays is not so common, I'm just gonna say sense, because we all know what that, no, there I go again. Sense is just, you know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. This space that you have, you need to be more so than anyone. You need to suss it out. You need to know what makes you tick. You need to know what makes you happy, and you need to stay in and reside in that thing that
Always makes you happy.
because if you do that, you can draw more of that, you know, reaping what you sow, because you're reaping the energy of just being happy with what is now, what you are now. And the more you are happy with what you are now, the more you will.
Drawing that in. You be drawing that in.
But yeah, yeah, definitely something to think about. Food for thought. I never give these talks to, you know, when I'm even reasoning with my people, them, I never give these talks on the idea that I'm right. It's my take on stuff. This is why I'm individually personalizing it, because this is how I feel. You may feel different. You may want to, you know, run me up on game about what you experience and stuff, and we can broaden our horizons together. It's just all a moving forward process. Expansion is a big deal for me, because I feel like we need to be more than what we are currently. If you are happy with yourself and you're where you want to be, bang on. But if you're not, there's always more. There's just always more. We could never have thought that our ancestors was experiencing something or they never wanted more. There was always more. We are the more. We are a manifestation of our ancestors. So don't do them dirty. Just want more for yourself. Keep that more train going, because
I swear to you.
that train is evolutionary, isn't it? So my idea of spinning a negative into a positive is experiences happen for a reason. They happen because they're trying to show you something. So the more you try and pull away from that experience and always connect it to something unpleasant or something you don't want to deal with, this experience, without a shadow of a doubt, will appear within your life in a different form. It has no choice, because it's trying to teach you something. There's no coincidences, there's just synchronicity. Synchronicity means there's things you need to understand, understand and overstand, and you need to get a grip of it. Regardless if you are comfortable with it or not, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because to expand is an uncomfortable situation. An elastic band is just a rubber band until you start to expand it. But if you ping it back, fully give it a good old and let it go, what do you think that's doing? It's gained momentum. That traction that you gave it, that gained its momentum, it's now turned into a beautiful thing. So maybe when it was being stretched, it was
Just like this is tight and pulling.
But when it finally turned into its butterfly from the cocooning and caterpillar, it's grateful for the expansion. So expand, my people. Always be on that expansive, oh my gosh, like I love this. You know, now that I'm, you know, putting in the work, doing my weight release program. Yeah, when I see my dimps coming back, I'm really excited, because it just gives me back my definition in me. This is just me loving on myself. If you don't like it,
Fast forward a few seconds, yeah?
we have to really get into gear. There's a time for neutral. There's a time for first, and there's definitely a time.
Time for sixth gear.
Know when these times are, because when you start to pick up these signs of synchronicity and start to give them gratitude, because you realize, like, the more I notice you, the more you appear to me, and the more good things happen to me because of my recognition and my gratitude for it, my gratefulness that it's actually happening. But we've got this. Just feel like there isn't anything you can't experience that you cannot get through, because that's what we're built for. The survival of the fittest is because we are durable. Yeah?
Durability. We're supposed to be strong.
So let's just hold that title and be grateful for it. So literally, if you have met an energy vampire, you can reform them, or they can reform themselves by having communication where you just show where these holes are appearing in the situation that is your friendship or relationship. Or you can just choose to
Knock it off, knock it off.
because sometimes it's just not worth it. Like, especially if you've been giving it a good long haul and you've been going in, sometimes it's just not worth it. You need to let it go.
Let it go.
All of that good stuff. So it's entirely up to you how you want to deal with that situation, but it's very important that we recognize and deal with these things head on. Oh yeah, I've got to love on myself. We all have to love on ourselves because it's important. If you don't love you, how do you expect someone else to love you? Anyone, doesn't matter who it is, family, friends, partner, how are you going to expect them to love you? Or do you feel like other people should love you because you don't have to love yourself and that will make you feel better? No. If I never feel love in I don't know, a relationship way ever again, I think I'm good. Don't think I'm good. I know I'm good because there's so much more to life than just to seek attention from one person. There's just so much more to life. I am fulfilled in so many ways just being a mum. And I'm not trying to say that, yeah, I'll just happily be a cat lady. That's not what I'm saying. I will always find other things to expand my happiness. It's just, it is what it is. There's many of people in the world. Maybe you're not supposed to, spend the rest of your life with one of them, but you could definitely experience some of your life with these different people. Reasons and seasons, man. Reasons and seasons. So, yeah, I don't want to make this video too long because I just want you to get an essence of me. And I've been given by you lovely people. I've put out that if there's any topics that you want to kind of touch on or get my opinion on, if you could just let me know in the comments and stuff, and I'm happy to like touch on them. So a few that I've got, the hard-hitting ones that are kind of like really touch me is things like domestic violence, and not just the physical of domestic violence but the mental. I feel like that should be a topic because a lot of people here don't grasp that this is all you have until you have controlled this fully. Then you don't have a lot. And if somebody else is controlling this through, manipulation, narcissism, whatever it is, it's damaging. Definitely to you. They don't really particularly care about how damaging it is to you, but you get one life that you remember and you need to take the reins of it and ride them reindeers. Do you see me? Don't know why, I just like to bop. Got to get you just your natural flow, your natural energy. Enjoy it. Oh, enjoy it. But yeah, nutrition and eating habits, and also if you're unwell in the hospital and you're eating hospital food, how the heck are you supposed to get well off that? That's a very good question.
That is a very good question.
And there's a couple more, can't remember them off the top of my head, but yeah, there's every time I do an episode, I will always ask you guys for your input. I would like to eventually do like, the Dear Shunna moments where somebody could come to me, confidential, don't need to ever blast anyone's business because who wants that? Like, come on, unless you're looking for the attention, like who wants to do that? It always be confidential. They just want an idea on how I perceive a situation and would navigate through it, and I'm definitely all about that because it's very it can be insightful because it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go with what I say, but it would be a little extra piece of evidence that you can use to weigh up your pros and cons in your situations that you're dealing with. So always look to spin that negative into a positive, because we need to come to a positive head on life. The tip of the iceberg has to be
That probably sounded tragic.
so I will be editing how you hear that. That's just life, okay? But yeah, thank Jah that my Don is still sleeping. I told you that 1 minute things sometimes work.
Because they're tired, they feel a bit whingy.
They realise that they're just coming to a bit of cognitiveness, and then you just let them hear your voice. And then they're like,
oh, you're there. And I'm like, don't think. Let me fade away.
And that 1 minute gives me enough time to fade back into sleep, back into the good stuff. Yeah, the reviving of the energies. So hold your energy close and dear to you. Be very careful who you give it to. Not everyone is deserving of it. And if you start to recognize that somebody might not be deserving of it, you don't have to come to an abrupt halt, but definitely communicate this or remove yourself from these situations. It's important. But yeah, I think my time is up on the 1 minute mummy call. So on that, I'm going to wrap it up. But I kid you not, I'm so excited. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You're not even ready to dive into the rabbit hole, which is,
you know, mummy.
I've got it all on lock for you in the next few episodes. But I definitely take advice on content, and it's just lovely to be in this happy realm with you guys, man. It's just happy. It's a good time. It's a good time to expand, and it's a good time to just be blessed and humbled by just being yourself. So stay beautiful, stay abundantly winning, keep that vibration high, because sometimes you need to be like that dog whistle, fam. You're so high vibrational that you're not reaching them lower vibrational people. You're hitting the big dogs. Do you hear me? All right, stay winning. I'm just gonna let you know now, my little
Click him on, click him off. Now work the tough. So I get my nerves. Funny that it wants to work today when I talk about him. All right.
But yeah, stay winning.
Till next time, we out.
When you look at me, that's a miracle. Then I go make mistakes, that's pitiful. Then I go make mistakes, that's typical.